it's Greener Grass Podcast. We are your hosts, Carrie Wee and Kelly McVeigh, now part of the Digigen Network. How's it going, guys? Hope you're having an amazing week. If you would love to become part of the Greener Grass family, please opt into our newsletter. We send out a newsletter once a month talking about us and our guests and what's going on. And yeah, we'd love to have you. All right, guys, let's get started. Here's your weekly roundup. Yeah. Do I get a gold medal from somebody after this, Kelly? Because I should.
Where's the fucking gold medals?
Where's the fucking gold medals? I think we should start the podcast with that. Friends out there, where's the goddamn gold medals for us women who get things done? That's what I want to know.
Totally. Listen, I had a back and forth today, which I'm not going to get into with co-parenting, and Mason's getting braces.
Oh, is this fun or no?
He seems excited. I feel like kids are always excited.
I feel like it's gone the other way. They're like excited about braces now, and they used to not be.
I don't know. I feel like you're excited for like the first month, right? And then you like are like, this is terrible. I don't know. I never had braces. So anyway, but it's like payment plan, like figuring it out, and like first appointment, like he has an appointment every week for like 5 weeks. And I kind of this morning was like, same thing. Like, do I get a gold medal that like I figured it out? I got his teeth pulled. I figured out the payment plan. I scheduled all the appointments for 5 weeks in a row of orthodontist appointments. Like, when is it showing up? I'm expecting it.
When is FedEx bringing my goddamn gold medal for this shit? Because it is invisible. That's why we need to shout it off the rooftops with our podcast, because it's not invisible. It shouldn't be invisible. Because if we didn't do it, it wouldn't happen. Your kid's teeth would be a hot mess, and a lot of other things wouldn't be happening. Important things, really important things.
Totally agree.
This is exciting. Kid is growing up. Do you have dental insurance? Is my question.
Yes.
Because how much does it cost to get braces for your kids nowadays if you don't have dental insurance?
I don't know how much it is. Well, I do know how much it is. So it was like $6,400, and then dental insurance took some off. And then it's my dad's cousin. So I got like a family discount, which was like, listen, I think it was like $200 or something. But listen, I'm willing to take that.
Yeah.
And so we have a down payment, and then I went on the monthly plan for like the next year. But I think what we're paying is like $4,000 or something like that.
So it's like a package deal where everything A to Z is paid for?
Yes.
Okay, actually that's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, A to Z, and the monthly payment's not terrible because you have to pay 30% down. So like we have to pay 30% next week, and then it's a monthly whatever. We could have paid the whole $4,000, but we're not.
Yeah, leave some money in your bank in case you need to do things like go get groceries.
Yeah, go get groceries or pay for flowers for a wedding. There's always multiple.
Always those things.
Scenarios.
And then, oh God, life is just lifey, Kelly.
How are you feeling better? So, I like last time we had a weekly roundup, I was kind of like, January sucked. I hated it. It was a long month of my work. Like I was in hibernation mode. I tried to pick it up here in February.
Yeah. How did that work?
Like I feel like it's really been a lot better. I had a trip to San Diego for work too, but I'm meeting Janae for dinner tonight.
Oh, jealous.
That will make you jealous. I love Janae. I was trying to think of a reason for us to have Janae on because we love her so much. But I've been out and about a little bit more.
Okay.
Snow has melted here in Ohio.
Okay, so a little warmer.
Up and up.
Tell me if you have this thought. January was the longest month of my life, and I feel like February might have been the shortest when it comes to why is it already the 26th?
It's insane. It's insanity. Like, and you and I work together. Well, you and I have a work project for my corporate job.
Yeah.
And it's this month. We also had a big thing in San Diego, but I feel so like trying to figure out how to get March all put together. Yeah. And I only have like 2 days.
Yeah. I basically was like, Kelly, do we have because I produce a podcast for Kelly and her business, and I was like, March is here. Oh my God. I had that thought too. I was like, what the heck is happening? Because Kelly, we go to LA on Friday morning. We're going home.
Are you so excited.
You know what? It's one of these things where when I'm there, I'm going to be excited, but I'm not excited to get through the rest of this week because we close on a house. We're going to put a question mark in parentheses right after that. You guys, it is blow for blow on this. There is no sitting down on this. I'm at the edge of my seat the whole time. And then we fly to LA for work that we're trying to take advantage of. So I'm teaching a bunch of stuff, teaching a bunch of workshops, doing a bunch of body work. And Bean has me on a full, what I call butler schedule of getting her to her play dates of her little friends.
Yes.
And going to every restaurant she misses. And I'm not talking about fancy restaurants. I'm talking about our favorite burrito place, our favorite dim sum place.
So cute.
All her friends at specific parks, not just any park, because the parks in LA are rocking. Ace is doing all his gigs. He's seeing his church community that had a lot of loss in the fires. And then we come back and my school, my aerial schools, I mean, it's basically a recital, but they call it the studio showcase, is March 14th. So this is right the time where, and it's adults, right? Well, it's adults and kids. It's right when all the meltdowns happen, just right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Parent meltdowns, kid meltdowns. Okay, I love the three of you are going to LA together. That'll be fun.
We've been doing that more because Ace's schedule is different here. He has his weekends off. We go together. We make sure, like, I'm not one to like have him come if he's like, we all have our own things to do. Like when we go to Austin together, he's got his own stuff to do. I've got my own stuff to do. We don't really roll like a conventional family. And Kelly, let's talk about this because I've been thinking about this. I think that unintentionally, some of my friends have not liked or been uncomfortable with my unconventional family. And I'm ready to just toss that out the window. I'm ready to, I don't care. Yeah, out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I mean, I would say that you have an unconventional family. I kind of have a unconventional life.
Yeah.
Family. Like kids, you know.
Yeah.
Lots of kids and
lots of kids from different parents. And I feel like what it is that in the past, and this is not any friend in particular, but general vibes is like, even my family, like we don't know Asa. Like, he's not spending time with us. We want to get to know him. And I'm like, I understand. Like, why don't you guys go to things together? How about date night? I'm like, we are not conventional. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in doing everything that I do. And he has always wanted to work on music every hour of the day that he's not having to work at a job. And he puts me and Bean in front of everybody. And that's all I care about. Yeah.
Totally.
That's all I care about.
Yeah, listen, I even think from Jeff being gone all the time and people are like, is that terrible? And or even like, when are you getting married? Are you getting engaged? Are you getting married? Are you getting engaged? And I'm like, listen, I'm super happy.
Yeah.
You know, I am.
Like, and I've already been married and it wasn't great.
Yeah, listen.
Like,
done.
I'm sorry, I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, you and I are very much like that, I think. Do you feel like that from just friends and family, or do you, like, from an Austin perspective, does Austin feel different than LA?
You mean San Antonio?
Oh, damn it. That's what I meant.
No, it's okay. It's very close, Austin is. You know, just general comments, and it's not coming from a bad place. Like, I'm organizing my 30-year high school reunion, and my friend loves to joke because the last time I was at a reunion was our 20th reunion. My husband at the time didn't come either. And there were other reasons for that. Like, our relationship wasn't great. We got divorced soon after that. But he's like, my friend from high school was like, I really think that your partner is AI driven because where's the evidence?
Like, that's hysterical.
Yeah, like there might be photos and videos, but obviously everyone knows that those can be completely like contrived. So, I mean, I'm just laughing because I get it. Like, you know, especially my girlfriends, they want to have like double dates and they want to like, and when we get together as a group, all the husbands come. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it, but I don't care because it wouldn't bring happiness into our relationship. Like,
You know what's so funny is I partially think it was because relationships I've been in before weren't great relationships or we weren't on the same page. And so a lot of my friendships were friendships without the guy. Like it was a time for me to have a girl date or whatever. And I have noticed more, maybe it's also being older in age, like,
yeah,
let's
maybe.
do a double date. And I'm like, we never did, like, that isn't what our relationship was. It wasn't like we were like double dating all the time and like having a, like, our friendship was us going out for drinks or us going to dinner or us going to whatever. Like, why does it have to be a double date? Like, but do you think that's age where like you get older and people want to do double
Um,
dates?
I have to say, when I was a younger woman, I really cared what my friends thought about my relationships. I needed their approval. I really wanted their approval. I wanted them to like the guy because I didn't have a lot of confidence in my own decision making. And then
Right.
when I got divorced, I really didn't have any confidence in my decision making. I was like, I make bad decisions. That's what I thought to myself. Not this other
Yeah.
person fucked up, but I make bad decisions because yes, I saw red flags. But that's true for every relationship that doesn't work out. You see some red flags, but you give them the benefit of the doubt because you're in love with them.
Okay, so let me ask you this because I feel like this is like therapy for
Oh,
Kelly
no, it's
McVeigh.
for all of us. It's for me too.
Yeah, so I still am in a space where, so now listen, I don't think of my relationship with Jeff and I'm like, I make bad decisions. Obviously, Jeff and I have a great relationship. But when I look back at previous relationships that I have been in, and I do hate that more for my kids that like I've made
Right.
these poor relationship
Right.
decisions.
It hasn't worked out the way you had wished, for sure.
Yeah, and so I look back and I'm like, wow, I made bad decisions. So do you think that that's true, or do you think that because I looking back, I'm like, I know why I made the decisions I made.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it was like a childhood thing or whether it's because I'm a fixer at heart. Like I know all the reasons I got to the places I got. Like I'm very aware of that. But I still look back and I'm like, wow, I chose bad relationships. Like I made bad decisions. So do you think I need to reframe that or you think that's true?
We're in a space in our lives. We make decisions based on where we are in our life. And we look back and we're like, why was I in that place? And I made
Yeah.
mistakes. I think it's a combination of saying to yourself, it's okay to have made mistakes.
Right.
So like I saw red flags and I didn't just cut and run. Okay.
Right.
So that has to be okay in my mind because you're the person that you were. Like you can't really go back. And that is also the part that I'm trying to hold on to with my dance stuff.
Yeah.
Seeing that you cannot go back. Like there is no going back, and everything that you've done up until now it makes you the person, creates your identity. And unless you're
Yes.
trying to like scrap it, bring the iPhone back to its factory model, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah.
want to do that, which you can't anyway, what are you going to do around the feelings of those mistakes? Are you going to beat yourself up over it? Or are you going to just say it's a mistake? Because I definitely made mistakes. But
Yeah.
when it comes to like blaming myself for the mistake or like not being able to put the mistake in the past, I think that's where we can work around because, yeah, I mean, there were huge red flags. I also have a friend who just got out of a marriage that was over 20 years. And she said
Yeah.
to me recently, I saw red flags. I was like, but you have two beautiful kids and it was 20 years. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad.
Right.
You're so smart. Like she is so smart. She's one of my friends that I look up to the most. I was like, you're not a dummy.
Yeah.
There were reasons to stay.
Right.
And then you decided 20 years later that you would rather not be there anymore.
Right.
I don't think you can go back and just regret the whole thing. It's too much. It's too much to regret.
Yeah, listen, I definitely think I don't want to say I love who I am. Like that sounds whatever, but
No, it's true though. You like who you've become. Yeah.
yes, and I feel like without the relationships of my past, I would 100% not be who I am today. They made me more independent, they made me stronger, they made me find my voice, they made me know right from wrong in some weird way. Like I love what I got from moving through the shit.
Kelly, you have become like a fantastic person.
Oh, You're so sweet.
You have. It's true. Like, I'm going to cry too. No, you have, though. Like, we've watched each other. Like, I knew you when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee that any of us are going to turn out that great. I mean, sorry.
Right.
It's just, I mean, you would have, if there was a gold medal for momming, you would have so many.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I feel like,
No, I know. I don't feel this way about myself, but I can 100% say it about a friend who I've watched go through like big periods in her life. And yeah, you've gotten divorced twice. Really, what that is you've gotten out twice.
yeah. Right.
Like that's what that is. You've gotten out. And my friend who just got out, you know, I want to send her a card saying, congratulations, you just got out of a toxic environment that wasn't good for you or your kids. So you just kind of like, I mean, I'm all about forgiving, Kelly. This is my year.
This is your year of forgiveness. I love that.
Because it just doesn't help anymore. It doesn't serve.
You know what I saw? I don't know if you guys have done this since, like, if you see this at all in your neighborhoods in San Antonio, but in Columbus, Ohio area, people put like big, huge cardboard letters when it's somewhat like their child's birthday, like happy 16. And it's like big, huge cardboard letters in their yard. Okay, I'm going to send you.
Oh, we don't do that. I haven't seen that anywhere.
Okay, maybe I'll post this. Anyway, I was driving by a neighborhood and someone had divorced. And it was like the big cardboard letters and there were balloons attached. And I was like, listen, I love you're celebrating it because I think there is like a shame or a feeling bad or feeling like a failure in it. But in a lot of ways, I feel like it takes strength and to know when the right time is to move forward, and it's hard to do. And so I'm like,
yeah,
I love that. I was like, it was like, what is she doing when I first saw it? And then I'm like, listen, good for her celebrating that shit.
Yeah, and getting out is way harder than getting in.
Totally 100% agree.
So hard. Okay, so this is totally on track because I wrote this blog. I have been having writer's block for a while, but I wrote this in the middle of the night 2 nights ago because all week people have been crying in my studio after class.
Okay.
In class, after class, the adults, they cry in their car. I know they're going to cry in their car. Like they're going to cry. The kids, they cry in class.
Yeah.
And I wrote this whole blog, and the blog's name was, and this is very niche to my job, but it said, Aerial class is a fantastic place to cry.
I love that.
I was talking about, it's not a sport, because I know in like taekwondo, basketball, baseball, they don't really encourage you to feel your feelings at a practice.
Yeah.
But I want to encourage my students to feel their feelings in a class because I 100% believe, we talked about this before, it's the best place to do it.
Yeah.
You're in public. It's not so safe as your house or in your mother's arms in bed, but it is such a place for growth. And my sport is not just a sport, it's an art.
Right.
And art only comes from emotion. That's the only place it can come from. It can come from like experience and emotion. And if you don't allow yourself to do that, go there, you're never going to become an artist. So I wrote this whole thing. And the crux of it, like what is it? When you get a PhD, you do a dissertation. So the dissertation, like the whole point is we as a society have somehow over our generation, because back in the 80s and 90s, I think that it was more, there's no cameras on us. Like there were safe spaces to fail.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yes.
School, dance studio, practice, home. And now those spaces are like disappearing.
So true.
Do you feel that too?
Everybody instantly knows.
Yeah, like you're not allowed to fail anywhere. In a dance class, you're not allowed to like learn how to dance and fail because there's a camera on. And it just has this feeling of like, it's weird, it's invisible. You can't touch it or taste it, but it's there. And there's a lack of spaces to fail in. Teachers, from what I've seen, are nervous to have their student fail for one reason or another. One reason being it kind of reflects on their ability to teach. And then it reflects, it's just like not a thing. And then the student doesn't get used to failing in a safe space.
Right.
And then they're afraid of failure, and then now they can't even try.
Right.
And I see it, and I'm like, this is no good. Because I was allowed to fail. I was allowed to be shitty at something.
Right.
Before I got good.
Right. And so
you
how
know?
are you taking that on, and how did that lead to tears?
Well, like 3 or 4 things happened in a week. One person said, but I could do that last week and now I can't. Full meltdown,
Yeah.
right? Another student, I can't breathe when I'm up there. So they're having anxiety attacks already
Yeah.
as an 11, 12-year-old. Not that we didn't have them at our age, but I think it's different now.
Yeah.
Things have changed. Can't taste or touch it, but it's definitely there, Kelly. One student fell apart crying, and I'm talking 6, 7 years old for this particular one, in her mom's arms on the edge of the mat. Like, it's too hard.
Yeah.
I can't tolerate it being too hard.
Right.
And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about this. And I talk about it in person, and then I write a blog so they can go home and read it. People, good things are hard and they're worthy. We can't this thing about like instant gratification and things being so easy all the time. It is just never the case. Even if we get 50 years into the future and things get easier because of AI, the hard things that you actually have to authentically do, like get an education or learn how to do aerial or a sport or Kelly, everything that you teach in your job.
Yes.
You still have to go through the paces. You cannot, AI will not help you
Right.
because it's real stuff.
Agree.
And real stuff is hard. And that's why it's worth it. And they don't hear it enough, you know?
Listen, it even kind of goes back to like what we're talking about relationships. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Growing up is hard. Every decade is hard, but it gets you to this incredible place. And listen, I love that you're even saying this. I even think about business, for the business that I work on every day. I think there was a time where you could like post on social media and the algorithm was easier and you got sales and things were whatever. And I think then it gets harder because things change, algorithms change, the way people are buying changes. And then in those moments, sometimes people stop because it's like, well, it's hard. It wasn't, or they think they're failing because it's not working.
Yes.
And it's like, no, sometimes it's going to be hard. Like, it's not always going to be easy.
Yeah. Failure is a really interesting word that I've been thinking about a lot.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because failure is the only path to success. So how do we tolerate failure? How do we tolerate uncomfortability? It's like, it's really important when I'm looking at these kids, and I don't normally teach kids. I think that's partially why it's coming up for me so much, because I would usually teach adults and I wouldn't be privy to their emotional pain all the time because they will hide it more easily.
Yes.
But I'm seeing these kids and they're just showing it to me. I'm like, okay, now we have to talk about it. Now I've seen it.
I love it. I love all of this overall. Like, you're right. Failure, every time you fail, if you're opened more to failing, then you're tweaking and pivoting and changing to make it better the next time. But if you're stuck in the failure, you're going to be stuck.
Well, I think also a lot of parents, teachers, society actually say the words, failure is not an option.
Yes.
But that's like dumb.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Like it's literally the only way to success.
Right.
And maybe if I say it enough, then somebody will get it. But it's like that message is totally backwards. There's a lot of backwards messages in this world right now.
Yeah.
Like, we got some leaders saying, like, you are all invited to the table.
Right.
Come, be a part of this. And then other leaders that have louder voices saying, you all can't be here. This is not a place for you.
Right.
And so that, like, regular people hearing this all the time, it like soaks into your body and you start feeling like you're not included. You start thinking that you can't ever have failure or you're never going to be successful. People start to believe it. They already believe it.
Totally
already.
Agree.
Even young.
Totally agree.
So
listen, you know what, Carrie, I'm going to give you a shout out. Like, every once in a while we have a guest on and I like write down something they say that I love. And I've like written 3 things down.
I love it.
Good for you. Good for you. Carrie's bringing it today.
Kelly, let me tell you, Kelly, once you really get past this part about I've made mistakes in my relationships and do that, whatever that click is when it clicks for you, that is what has, like, that moment that we had a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's everything. I feel like great. And it's not that everything's easy. Like, we were just offline talking about a frustration I had today with somebody who's supposed to be working for me.
Yeah.
You know, those frustrations are still there. But when it comes to like my purpose and what I'm supposed to be doing right now, it's very clear. And it was never this clear.
Okay,
Super clear.
so let me ask you this. We're in different parenting spaces in our life. And some of these things that you're talking about, I'm going to ask two different questions. Two-parter, Carrie. One, how are you going to bring some of this to Bean and like help her know that failure is important, that it's okay to go through and feel all of your feels? And then my second part is, you know, I feel like I have two younger and two older. I almost think it's harder right now. Now, listen, I've also, I guess with the younger, I had practice, right? So like, I know what I did wrong with the older two, or what I would have liked to have done differently because I failed, because those failures made me learn and grow. And so I feel like I do things a little bit different with Emerson and Mason. But it is hard to parent a 23 and 26-year-old. Parenting is not really the right word. It's like you're allowing them to be adults.
Like you're guiding.
Yeah, but they kind of don't want to hear what you have to say. And I guess one of the things I'm taking from this is I have to allow their failures. Failure is a strong word because I don't want them to listen and be like, we're not failing.
Missteps or doing things not the way, maybe the best. I don't know. We have to come up with a better terminology for that.
Yeah, sometimes I look and I'm like, gosh, when I was 23, these three decisions, my parents were probably like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What is happening? And so I think that it's not even really that because they're amazing. They're killing it in life, but you just watch them becoming adults and navigating real bigger decisions, and you kind of like guide and chime in, but you know that they're like, yeah, we got this. You know what I mean? But you're like, it's hard. I think it's hard to parent older.
Kelly, I'm going to have to take advice from you when I get there, because I mean, even parenting an 11, 10-year-old, my niece was just here, and the things that they were struggling with, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't want to get there for a while. That sounds pretty hard, you know?
Yes.
So I think it's at every turn, I'm going to be going to get advice from people who have raised their kids into those ages. This is all I have to say for that. My sister has a 23-year-old nanny right now.
Okay.
And we were laughing because this individual is being very like transparent about what she does outside of work.
Yes. Okay.
And my sister is not just a conservative CEO of a person.
Yeah.
It's a 23-year-old doing like kind of, you know, maybe some irresponsible things, maybe.
Yeah.
And then you're telling somebody who's older and they're like, what? You know? And the thing that I said to my sister is that the great thing about when we grew up is that part of the reason I was able to fail and mess up so much and do some crazy shit is because there's no evidence.
Right.
Zero evidence.
Totally.
It is in the back of my head, in the back of my friends' heads, and it will never see the light of day.
Totally.
And there's something so idyllic about that.
Yeah.
Even your kids, the things that they don't tell you, it's so valuable.
Right.
And, you know, of course you want to keep them safe to a certain degree, but like, you can't mess up when you have somebody kind of like over your head, over your shoulder all the time.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think it's just so important. But I mean, I don't know. Some of the things that happened when I was that age, like my parents helped me financially for a while because I went into dancing. If I had a job and I didn't need it, I think it would have been different. But they did their way of like pulling back so that I would have to feel the sting of life.
Yes.
Even if it wasn't the type that would put me in complete bankruptcy. Like they made sure that I didn't fall into a hole.
Right.
But they did. I think that they made a conscious choice of like, we're not helping with that. We're not helping with that. We're not helping with that. Because if we do it, it's not serving you. And as hard as it was at the time, I was like, I had to sink or swim in a lot of ways. And I think that might be my only answer.
So when they did that, did you feel mad?
I was like, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my reaction. I don't think it was angry or sad. I think it was like, oh
shit.
crap.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, I guess I have to figure it out. But that's hard.
Yeah.
You know, I think especially nowadays with parents who, I'm watching the time for you, Cal, because you have a job
Yeah.
in a couple minutes here. Because back when I was, and you were 21, 22, the world was still affordable.
Totally.
So our parents could, with confidence, kind of send us out in the world without as much support because they knew that it was affordable enough that they could pull it off with a job at McDonald's or something.
Agree.
Like that. Or Subway.
Yes.
But that's not the case anymore.
Totally.
So what does one do to like cut a kid off so that they have the oh shit moment without letting them completely drown? I don't know. I don't have the answer. But I was laughing at my sister's example because I was just like, why is this girl telling you this stuff?
Right. Like, oh my gosh.
Like, no evidence is the key to keeping your professional boundaries. Like,
maybe because everything is so open and there's so much evidence and everything's out there, there is not this like space of feeling like you shouldn't say it.
I don't know. I still have that. Like, very simply, if I don't want somebody to know something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't talk about it on
I'm
Weekly Roundup. We talk about it before we get on. We cut it out.
You guys, there's a lot of stuff that gets cut out because like, we have to protect our families and such. But like, yeah, no evidence. Oh my God, Kelly. Now I can, like, I used to sneak out of the house, right? I think I told my mom that like as I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
Because she, like, it would have been really problematic had she known that. And it is really unsafe nowadays. You can't necessarily do that. But like, I mean, in Ohio, Kelly, there's nowhere to go, right?
Totally.
So I remember like kids like putting up bonfires in the middle of the fucking forest.
Totally.
In the middle of the night.
100%.
It's just like, there should not be evidence of that.
Yeah, listen, I just told my parents, I don't remember when, I used to leave a note at the bottom of the steps that said, oh my gosh, so-and-so's car broke down. They needed me to come and get them. And then when I snuck back in the house, I would pick up the note and throw it away. But it was just...
Oh, you had a backup plan.
Just in case they woke up and realized I wasn't there, then I could say that it was because I had to go save someone. So if you're out there and you're wondering how to secretly get out of your...
No, it's different because there's texting now.
I know, and people have Life's 360. So a lot of parents,
they have Ring cameras.
They have all the things. There's no way around anything now. People know. You can't see.
Oh my God. We have 4 minutes. I have to tell this story. My parents never listen to this fucking podcast. Kelly, I've been cussing a lot, and it has also like come at the same time that I've become like emotionally untethered from my problems.
Yes.
I don't know what that it's about. Okay, so back when I was in high school, I had this like boyfriend and our friends, and we weren't doing anything malicious. They just like fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
In the basement, and my parents were upstairs, and they weren't supposed to still be there.
Yes.
So everybody just passed on the couch, and in Ohio it snows.
Yes.
Right. So like, as my parents are making breakfast, or before they made breakfast, my friends like went out the back door in the backyard and then ran up the hill and then left.
Yes.
Yeah, but what happens in the snow?
There's footprints all the way up the hill. Yeah. Very sneaky of you guys.
Oh my God, I think about that, and then I thought about the footprints later, and my parents are just eating breakfast happily, and the window's right there, right? And like no one notices because like it's obviously not an animal.
Right. It's a troop of friends that were sleeping.
It's a troop of friends.
That is so
teenage boys who passed out on the couch. My parents would have lost their shit. That is the rest of my cussing for the day, and probably the end of today's podcast. But Kelly, I have to say, we always put it together somehow.
You know what? I have to say, I've really loved our weekly roundup.
I know.
We've been in it.
We've been giving some like pretty good content. Too bad not the whole world tunes in, but one
You
day.
guys, weekly roundups. Listen, Carrie and Kelly, we're amazing. You should love us. Greener grass. Tell a friend.
Can I tell you, I put our weekly roundup on my Expecting Aerialist feed now because it's relevant enough.
Yes.
You know, it's me and you. And it gets a kind of a lot of downloads compared to what I thought on my other feed.
You know what I was thinking about this morning, and I'm telling you, I don't want to know. I don't know any of the analytics for this podcast, for the What's Next with Hugh and Grace podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't want to know.
No, it's good. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, sometimes I'm competitive and I'm like, tell me the number. I'm going to double that number. And I just think that this brings me joy, and I love doing it, and I don't want pressure.
Well, the reason is, and we have 1 minute, the reason is because it's something that is very hard to control, which is why I don't think too much about it. Same thing with your sales team and all your field with the algorithm, because I have to say, I got all my followers before they changed the algorithm, and I can't move it in the needle anymore. It's not our fault. It's not our fault.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it.
It's just
we're forgiving ourselves. We're moving on. We're growing up right before your eyes here at Greener Grass. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Stay warm, Kel.
Okay. Bye, Carrie.
All right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in to hear what's going on this week. If you'd like to become part of the Greener Grass family, please opt into our newsletter. We send out emails once a month talking about us and our guests. We would love to have you and grow this community. If you'd please honor us with a 5-star rating and review, we would appreciate it so much. We love you guys. We want to hear from you guys. Please contact us on Instagram at GrandRevCreative. And if you'd like to check out the Expecting Aerialist, Motherhood, Prenatal, Postpartum, or if you just want to hear the sound of my voice, it's there for you. All right, guys, it's in the show notes. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you guys next time. Over and out. This is Greener Grass.